Probably you would have been the best bidder, but because you're not registered, you will miss out an opportunity of a contract. That's one of the disadvantages of not having your business registered. You have donors, and donors want to put this money on a company account. They don't want to put it on your individual account. So if your business is not registered, and you don't have a bank account in the company names, a donor giving you 300 million is going to deposit it with someone else who is ready. You know, these opportunities have to find us ready. This opportunity is going to go to someone who is ready and they have registered their business. For you to get a trading license from the district, you need to have a registered business. You're going to go to the town clerk to give you a license. If you're trading, if you have a banner outside your shop, hardware X, salon X, primary school X, the law requires that if it is a business name and you have a banner outside, that business name must be registered by USRB. And in fact, you're not supposed to get a trading license from that district if that business name is not registered. But also look at it this way. If you have been in business for the last 10 years, and you have been trading, and your business is not registered, and I copy it, and I come to USRB, and I register it, what cause of action do you have against me, for example? We have issues of people copying names, copycats, who copy things that have been there for numbers of years. Now, if you report such a matter, go to an advocate. We have some advocates here. The first question they will ask you, what proof do you have that this belongs to you? Oyina bwannannyini ki ku kintu kino ky'ogamba nti kikyo? Oyinako obwannannyini? Kakati obwannannyini obwo, or that ownership over that business, is only proved if you register with USRB. I can go on and on and on about these advantages, but kindly just know if you register, you are actually doing yourself a favor. Either through a resignation. Now, resignation of a director, usually we have had cases where people are removed without their consent. So lately, we require you to attach a resignation letter and to also sign a board resolution where you're getting out of a company. So that's the first way. The second is a circumstance where a director is, say, indisciplined and the company, for example, wants to fire that director in a company. Now, if that is the situation, that a director, for example, there are 5 directors and 1 director is indisciplined, and the shareholders want to fire that director, there is a procedure that is catered for in the law, and therefore, if you simply bring a board resolution saying that this such and such a director provide some other information, just for us to be sure that the company has followed the lawful procedure to fire that particular director. So we will require you to give us a copy of the minutes of the meeting, because ideally the Companies Act says you should have accorded that director a hearing before you fire them. So we require you for minutes of that meeting, which we register under the Registration of Documents Act. Then a notice calling that director for that meeting. It should be a 21 days notice. Then only after that, only after I've looked at those documents, can I be able to sign that resolution firing that particular director. Those directors are either fired without the requisite procedure being followed, or even without their knowledge. But yes, a director can exit a company, either if you provide the relevant documentation, the director will be able to be removed from our business registration system as a director. Forgeries in signatures, audit system. So if there is any forgery, kindly report that to USRB. If you report it to us, we shall then forward it to our compliance and enforcement unit, which will do the necessary investigation, and only after those investigations will USRB confirm whether it was indeed a forgery or whether the signature actually belongs to us. But yes, we admit that there are people forging signatures, and there was a notice that was published on our website cautioning people that do that, but kindly, if you have a document that has been forged, reach out to us. We shall forward your complaint to the relevant offices. It's on the register. The reservation officer will tell you that such a name exists. What you should expect from the reservation officer, however, is a reason for a rejection. If I have rejected a name, as a reservation officer, I should be able to tell you that either your name is similar to a name we have on the register, or this name, for example, is against public morality. For example, the other day somebody wanted to register Chimansulu. Chimansulu, I think, Initiatives Limited. So if you want to register a name like Chimansulu, now then I have to make a test on whether this passes public morality or not. One of our mandates is insolvency, deregistering companies which are not active. Now, some of us have paper companies. You register the companies and you keep them in the briefcase, what I personally call the briefcase company. The company never takes off. There is a procedure where you can actually have that company removed from our register. And that will enable you to avoid circumstances like this, because once the company is on the register, and I mean URA is lawfully entitled to send you a message to file a return, for example, with them. Because once you're on a register, the law assumes that you are actually a registered company and you're conducting business. So